Good morning, everybody. I am going to make a dessert today. So this is a dessert you could serve any weeknight. I think it's a spring dessert because it's bright with the lemon and just so sunshiny. It's 5 ingredients and that's it. And it's like, I don't know, under 10 minutes for sure, more like 5 minutes to prepare. So I'm using the Great Value brand of cream cheese just because that's what I've been buying lately, because the other is like $2 more. And then I have a can here of Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk, and the reason I'm using this is because it needs to be used. It's got an expiration of 5/25, and yes, I know it can still be used after 5/25, and sometimes I do that. But I have plenty, and I want to use the eldest first. I've got a prepared pie crust right here, and it also needed to be used. 3 fresh lemons, a rasper, and a bowl. And this is ridiculously large. You don't need this much. You just need a small container. And as a matter of fact, you don't even need Cool Whip. So let's talk about substitutions in this recipe. You could use off-brand Cool Whip, like the Great Value brand. Safeway, whatever grocery store you use. I'm on the West Coast, and we have Safeway, Albertsons, Fred Meyer, and Walmart. Okay, anyway, if you use a regular, let me show you. If you use regular whipped cream, probably your own whipped cream is going to be best. This Ready Whip is good, but serve it per slice. If you put it all over the top of your pie, it doesn't hold its shape for a long, long time, and you'll come back to find it kind of melted all over the pie. And I'm talking about even in the refrigerator. So just be careful with what you choose. I think Cool Whip is the best. Just my opinion. I don't mean just this brand, I mean in the tub. Okay, there's also off-brand this. Sweetened condensed milk. Of course, I showed you this. Now, the other thing is, if you don't want to make a whole pie, you could put it in, use regular graham cracker crumbs, and you could put it in little ramekins or little pie plates, the little tiny ones that they make. Let me show you. I have that too. You could use these instead. Does anybody take those out of the pie pan? It looks like they took it out of the foil. I've never done that before. Anyway, you could use these ramekins. Here's another idea. Doesn't want to go up. So here is another idea. These are those party cups from Dollar Tree. How many do you get in here? 36. You could make this for the extended family in here with your graham crackers at the bottom and at the top, you know. So get creative, use whatever you want. And now I'm gonna get to the first part. I have my cream cheese in a bowl here and my electric mixer, and I'm just gonna beat it. It's been out softening, so I'm gonna beat it until it's nice and smooth and creamy. And did I tell you that if you wanted to, you could also use low fat, or I'm gonna say this right, Newfoundshell cream cheese, from what I hear. I've not tried it. Okay, so then also was something else I was going to tell you. I can't forget. Okay, I'll get back to what I was going to tell you. I think I remember what I was going to say, but I may have said it already. If you wanted to make this for a big crowd, you could use a 9x13 baking dish, you know, like a cake pan dish. I only have glass ones. I've never tried it in a metal. But you would double or triple your ingredients, and that would serve the extended family, you know, or take it to a bunco game. Or how many of you know what a bunco game is? Let's see, you know, a party of some kind, an Easter gathering, whatever you're going to do, a spring fling thing. Okay, so now I've got this all done. It's nice and softened. I see I didn't scrape down the whole thing here, but my mixer messed up and it was too late and I couldn't get it fixed. So this is as soft as it's going to get. I mean, it's fine. It's very soft already because it's been out for a while. It says now to add a whole can of this. Okay, I'll get back to you. Okay. Has anybody else noticed that the color of the condensed milk is darker than it once was? I feel like it used to be more of a cream color. And this has gotten more dark as time has gone by. I guess that happens. I don't mean time in the pantry, but I mean years go by and they change things. I've forgotten that I broke my juice squeezer, so it's going to be by hand. Whether I use a squeezer or not, I like to make sure that they're room temperature, and then I roll them, because my daddy told me 100 years ago that this is how you do it to get it to release more juice. So we'll see. I need a half a cup, and I just happen to have a half cup measurer. Don't use aluminum. These are stainless steel. Don't use aluminum, because the acidity in citrus will mess with the aluminum. You'll be sorry. All right, these were some seedy lemons. So far I used 2 of the lemons. I have 1 left, and I'll go ahead and use that if I need to, but I may have half a cup here already. So I'm gonna tap and put that over here on the lemon thing and try to gently pour into the, there we go. That's a nope. I need that much more. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the last of the 3 onions. So 3 whole, I'm sorry. Nobody's gonna like that pie if you put onions in it, Kendra. 3 lemons is what it took. You know, lemons are so subjective. Is that the right word? You never know how much juice you're gonna get. I would get 3 largest lemons I could find. All right, 3 lemons get me just almost. Now it says that if you don't have fresh lemons, you can use the brand RealLemon bottled lemon juice. Not lemonade, lemon juice. I'll show you that. So this stuff. You also are supposed to use this brand if you're canning, because it has a certain acidity point, and some of the lesser brands, off brands, will have less. Wait a minute. Is this the same recipe? I don't know. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to get in on this now. Here's the seeds left over. Here's the juice. I'm going to go ahead and with a spatula just gently mix all that cream cheese in with the sweetened condensed milk. Mixy, mixy. All right, here we go. This is it. 3 ingredients, and we're going to pour it into the pie shell and stick it in the, cover it, and stick it in the fridge for 2 hours so that it doesn't harden, but it comes together flavor-wise. After that, all you have to do is top it with your whipped cream or, whatever. I want to tell you, I made a boo-boo here. It said to use lemon zest, and my lemon peels that I squeezed my lemons were not rasped. I even had the rasper out and didn't use it. So it'll be even better if you do this recipe per the recipe. Okay, there we go. That's a 9-inch pie shell. I wonder if I could put whipped cream on it, because whipped cream will hold its shape. I meant Cool Whip. Hold on, I'll look. All right, I stuck the lid on there. It said to do it after it's, been in the fridge for a couple hours, so I'll wait. I'm gonna go ahead and link this at the bottom. This recipe is from Amy Duska. Has 152 5-star votes. So, servings 12. What? Really? No. That's a 9-inch crust, so like it calls for. Yeah. I'm saying a 6 maybe. Maybe 8, but what do you think? I guess your family. Maybe her family are just dainty eaters, but ours are zoo animals when it comes to dessert. Okay, I just stuck it in the fridge. I didn't tell you guys that this morning I was getting coffee ready, and my husband's sleeping in this morning, which is not usual. Usually he gets up before I do. And I thought, well, I'll get his coffee ready. I finished mine, and I would, need to make a fresh pot for him because I'd been up longer. Well, usually his creamer goes in the door, the bottom shelf of the door. I have a system. Last night someone went through and put it on the top shelf inside the refrigerator. So when I reached in for the Cool Whip for this video, it hit the floor from the top shelf and it went to the four corners of the dining room and the kitchen. So the floor's been cleaned, the refrigerator's been cleaned, and thank goodness it didn't just flat bust open. All it did was it busted open without breaking the actual lid. It was a giant, I didn't even tell you, it was a giant bottle of Coffee Mate French Vanilla Creamer. Yay! So, hey, the good news is I found some dust bunnies I didn't know I'd been rearing. My goodness, people are going out, going like fishing and stuff today, I think. It's supposed to be a real sunny, pretty day, I think. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing before I show you the pie that's done. So, have you heard the term grandfluencer? So, it's like a YouTube influencer who is, I don't know, over whatever age, 60 or 55, whatever, I don't know. But they're called grandfluencers. They're usually a grandparent or, you know, retired or both or whatever. So if you watch CBS, Sunday CBS morning show this morning, my favorite grandfluencer was on. And it's Diane Schiffer. I think she lives in Canada, but I'm not positive about that. She dresses like the 40s and 50s, from shoes to hat. She just does sweet things all day long, like she feeds the neighborhood cats. Her whole front porch is made up of cushions and wonderful things for the neighbor cats to all come up. She feeds them, she waters them, she loves on them. Some of them come in the house, some of them are just, you know, they don't want in the house. She's got a background in education and I think psychology. She has one child left at home with special needs, and she does things like tea and chat in the morning with her vintage teacups. And I want to be Diane when well, I'm already her age, probably older. I was going to say when I grow up. I want to be Diane when I don't have several adults in the house with me, because I couldn't, you know, with the kids here. They'd be like, Mom, can we take you to the emergency room? Anyway, they did a piece on her on CBS Good Morning, and I bet you can watch it in replay tonight or tomorrow if you missed it. You know, just go YouTube CBS Good Morning, or whatever it's called, Sunday Good Morning, and you gotta mention her name, Diane Schiffer. And so here it is in the spelling, and it's the real Diane Schiffer. She's got a problem with trolls who are trying to, come on, focus there. DIANESHIFFER. So that's all I have to say. The next thing you're going to see is a finished pie. Take care, everybody. Bye. All right, it's all done now. I probably should have waited a little bit longer before I cut it, but I couldn't wait. So I wanted to do a taste test. It came out real easy. Oh, I'm using the Ready Whip instead of the Cool Whip. I could use either one. There you go. That's fancy. Ooh, see, it is kind of soft still. I love that it is tart as well as sweet. Really, really good pie. I'd make it again. Okay, I'm gonna take off now. I just wanted to do one more thing before I said goodbye. I have a giveaway that starts tomorrow. I'm gonna hook it to tomorrow's video, which is a collaboration, and I will give you all the information of that tomorrow. Take care and subscribe if you like. If you haven't, say hi. Give me a thumbs up. Bye.